So we know that we're closing out the first month of 2026, and we know that this is a defining year for all. And we know that we've heard a lot of rumors about the market being hard, about so many people not closing deals, about 96% of real estate agents only closing 4 to 5 deals in the last 12 months. We've heard all the good, the bad, and the ugly. But today, I am bringing you a special episode. I've surrounded myself with action takers, go getters, people that are making history in this market. And I know that you are going to be hearing a lot about them in Southwest Florida. Hey guys, Lucy Quiñones here with another episode of Agents in the Trenches, the space and the place where we come together to talk about the real, the raw realities of what is taking place in our market, our industry in real estate and beyond. So welcome to this special episode. I am so thrilled to have, these people here with us because not only are they making a mark in our real estate industry, but they are leading the way. When I tell you that they are everything that I preach and I teach and I practice, I am not kidding you. These people are really setting the pace for what real estate is really supposed to look like. I mean, this is what real estate is supposed to look like for a career. So I want to kick it off by introducing one of these gentlemen who is very near and dear to my heart. I met him actually 2 years ago when he sat in my classroom to get licensed as a real estate professional. And 2 years later, here he is, really crushing it in real estate. So let me bring up Arturo Sanchez, who is now a real estate broker. Welcome, Arturo. How are you?
Thank
Welcome
you
to
so much,
Agents in the
Lucy. Thank
Trenches.
you for inviting me. Happy to be here.
It's so happy. I'm so happy to have you here. I want to give you a couple of minutes to introduce yourself to everyone. Say hi. There's people that are watching us on live, and there's people that are going to watch us on replay. So tell us a little bit about Arturo.
Hi, I'm Arturo Sanchez. I'm a real estate agent in Southwest Florida. I have my real estate license back in 2023. I became a realtor uh, I passed the exam, and recently, like 3 4 months ago, I have my real estate broker's license. So I'm working with a Starling Realty. I closed 15.6 million last year, and I did 115 sites. So working hard.
115 sides. Did everybody hear this? I mean, and we're not even talking about being in one of the most, thriving markets. So we're going to get a little bit into talking about how you did this because there's so many people that want to do exactly what you did. 115 sides, over $15 million in production, but they're struggling. They're not even being able to close 5 transactions in a year. We have someone that works very close with you. I'm going to let you introduce our next guest because I've been watching him from afar. I've had the opportunity to meet him in person a couple of times, but I know he's also crushing it in real estate. So if you could tell us who we're going to bring up next.
I'm gonna bring my friend and partner in crime, Adiel Figueroa.
Are you
Well,
sure?
Yeah.
Thank
welcome,
you.
Adiel.
Thank you so much, Lucy, for the invitation here. I'm Adiel Figueroa from Starling Realty. I'm team leader from Stay One Group. I create this group for leverage and for grow the people around me. You know, I'm working in real estate 2 years ago and start in March 2023. The first year I I did 8 million in sales, and the last year 2025 18 million in sales, 46 properties sold. Was a good year, and we have new target, new goal for 2026.
Oh my goodness, that is so exciting. That is amazing. I'm so happy to, hear what you guys are doing. I want to ask you a question. Let's kick it off. How did you guys meet? How did the two of you meet?
We met, I think, back in 2024, or by the end of 2023. So we met in an open house.
An open
So
house.
we have heard one from other, but it was the first time we got a big story because we shared a lot of things. We have been 4 years in the country. We had our real estate license at the same time.
We don't have resident yet. We have
That's another thing.
E220.
We don't have a green card yet. That's something that
It's
we're
crazy.
struggling with, but trying to be successful.
So
And also,
you guys actually met once you joined the office that you're with? Is that where you met?
no.
No.
Yeah, I was a sales state achiever at my prior
Ah.
office at that time.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bring to Arturo to Starling.
He brought me to Stanley.
Oh, okay. So you guys met. You guys met in the industry. You were at Cell State. Adiel was at Starlink, and then the two of you connected that way.
Yeah, we met in an open house, so a broker's open from another person. We start, talking. We met. We go to the same gym. We start, talking about, and we share a lot of ideas.
Ah,
It's from idea.
We
excellent.
are
And
both. We are both from 1995. We born.
Yeah.
We born. So a lot of things.
Okay. And so, what was the number one struggle? What was like, I want to get into the real, raw reality, right? Because $15 million in production sounds beautiful, very sexy.
I think
40 million in production sounds very sexy, but tell us about your number one struggle in 2025.
I think that the new agent want to rapid, fast result. So yeah, fast result, and this is consistency for get result and take time. Take long time for structure the team, structure the system that we need to work every day, the discipline. And I think the struggle is for the new agent is the one fast result.
Okay. What was your number one struggle, Arturo? In 2025, what was one thing that you really had to focus on overcoming?
For me, I think was that step that I had to do, to continue growing. Start working with, like, I got a different structure from Adiel. I don't have a team from other realtors, but I work with TC. I work with my social media lady. I work, to be aligned with those people to focus more on production.
Okay, so explain to us a little bit about how you did that, right? Because we have people that are watching who are maybe brand new into the business. I love what Adiel says, you have to be patient. I'm going to talk a little bit more about what that really looks like. But before we go to Adiel, Arturo, what was the challenge in making those connections in 2025, right? Because we're talking about what was your number one challenge, something that you really had to work hard to overcome in 2025. So tell us a little bit more about what you were saying.
I think it was, be more concentrated on the things that matter, the important things. So I don't know, I don't know how to say it. I don't need to be present in 100% of the deals. I need to delegate and focus on what it really matters.
I love it. So your number one struggle was delegating.
Exactly.
Delegating and letting other people. So imagine, what do you think would have been different if you were able to delegate better? Because you closed 115 transactions. That's a lot of that's a lot of transactions per month. What do you think delegating would have helped you accomplish more?
I think I can if I delegate more and I start doing things different, I'm going to become more productive.
Excellent.
The right
Yes. You guys, that's the part that I love about you guys the most, is that you've been in this country for a short amount of time, but you have assimilated. That's what we call it, assimilated. When you incorporate yourself into the market that you're in, right? Because there's still a lot of people that only want to speak Spanish because it's their comfort zone, right? So Adiel, tell us a little bit more about how you overcame your number one challenge in 2025.
Actually, my first challenge in 2025 was how to balance my personal life and the business. Yes, a little complicated. Was 2025 very challenged in that aspect, but I did it.
You
I
did it.
Yeah. I'm very new in that phase right now in 2026.
Oh, he cut it off.
Okay. I didn't know if it was me or if it was, and that's okay. So let me ask you this, Arturo, because everybody wants to know, right? People have met you at Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp. You have shown up. You know, people have seen like a real human besides Lucy saying that we should be closing multiple transactions every month consistently. They've actually seen somebody that is doing many transactions per month. Tell us what is a regular day? What is your daily method of operating? What does your daily routine look like?
My regular day start here 8:30 a.m. every single day. I got my notebook here. I take notes and I start, getting ready for the day. Check marks, all from the most important things that I had to do and a lot of things come during the day. But I always here planning, my next step. You got to be here, be consistent every single day. It's not one thing from one day to another. So you are
Right.
gonna learn with your experience.
Well, I wanna break that down a little bit because that sounds so simple. That sounds so easy. So I'm gonna
Because
encourage everyone. I'm gonna encourage everyone to share this live. I'm gonna ask my team behind the cameras. Let's activate everybody to share this live because this is so important for everyone out there. So if you're watching us on live, go ahead, click the share. My production team behind the camera, blow up everybody's messenger or message and say, hey, let's share this because this is powerful information. See, when I tell people what they should be expecting from their real estate business, they look at me like, okay, yeah, Lucy, but you've been doing this for so long, right? They look at it like with eyes of, you're just saying that. But when they hear it from someone that is actually doing it, this is powerful. And this is why I like to bring this level of information to agents in the trenches. So I want everybody that's watching, ask us questions, ask Arturo, Adiel questions, because you need to know what they're doing. Like, this is your moment to ask them questions and say, okay, how do you do this? How do you do that? What do you do when the buyer changes their mind? What do you do to stay focused? What do you do to do the things that are boring? Because there's a lot of things that I'm sure Arturo does that's boring. And in just a couple of minutes, we're going to bring someone else on that side, another level, also, leading people in this market. And we want to hear what they have to say, right, about their experience with it. So let's go ahead and share this live with everyone that you know. Get your crew, get your people on here so they can hear it.
He lost the connection, but he's trying to join us again.
Okay. All right. We're going to give him some time. So Arturo, okay, you're saying 8:30, I'm in my office with my book and I'm taking notes. Okay. What exactly what are you planning? What's the first thing that goes through your mind in the morning? What time do you get up? What time do you do what? What happens before 8:30?
See, I don't put that's something that I have control over the time. So that's mindset. I don't put the alarm. Every single day I wake up between 6 to 6:30 a.m. That's I got my time period. So
And so do you prospect? Do you prospect for new business? Tell us about your prospecting routine.
I think every single AM they have to have like three sources of leads. My first source of lead was my sphere of influence. After that, I went with social media, referrals, and right now I leverage from past clients a lot of. I try to do my every single transaction. I say that I don't do sales. I build relationships because every single
I
client
love it. I love
they
that.
refer me. They send me a friend, a family that needs this. They got questions. It's not the emergency that they need to buy right now, but I
Right.
follow up on that and try to give my best. Yeah.
I love it. So I like what you just said because that's really important. You know that my heart is in helping and serving my market, realtors, team leaders, and brokers. Like that's my heart. That is where my heart is. Like I want to see the people like you continue to go to other levels. I want to see the team leaders grow, build prosperous teams. I want to see brokers thriving and scaling and winning, because I know it's not easy. So I have a question for you. When you say you don't sell, you build relationships. Let's really quick, because this is Agents in the Trenches. This is the real, the raw, the reality, the behind the scenes. Um, if you were calling me, what would you say to let me know that you're contacting me because you want to build a relationship? Let's say I'm a seller. How do you present that?
I try to focus more on the needs. Why are you selling? So why did you? What do you think your house worth? I try to even I have lost some deals because I tell them the reality. I don't want to
Okay.
have a listing sitting there for a year because I don't want to.
Right.
It's enough time, a lot of time, a lot of money that you need to put there that I can be focused on another thing. So I try
I love it.
to see what they need and try to educate them. You know.
I love it. I love it. Let's bring Adiel back. Let's bring Adiel back because I have a
Maybe
question for you guys. You back,
I am
Adiel?
here again.
Hi.
Sorry, I have bad internet here. Sorry.
That's okay. Hey, listen, we're live. So done is better than perfect. So I understand. Let me
Yeah.
ask the two of you, where do you guys see yourself in 3 to 5 years from now? So in 2030, right? Let's say 2030, which, oh my God, I remember when we would think 2030 was so far away and it's right around the corner. Adiel, where do you see yourself by 2030? Where do you want to be?
I think I will be working with a lot of top producer, a big company of top producer in Southwest Florida, and with education for the new agent too.
Yes.
Both,
Yes.
like a new academy for the realtors, brand new, and the people wanna do a good job, help people or get a good investment or get own house or something like that. I really like this. When I'm starting in real estate, I'm starting because I love it. I love the real estate.
That's something that comes to my mind, and you went the first person that asked me that question, Lucy, and that's something that new agents should consider. They should ask themselves why I'm doing this.
Mm,
Why you became
right.
or why are you becoming a realtor? So what's your goal? On my case, I was hungry. I was I was on like I didn't feel I was uncomfortable on what I was doing before. So I was hungry.
I love that. So, Adiel, by 2030, you see yourself surrounded by top producers and also helping brand new agents that are getting into the market, right? Become successful.
Yeah.
And what do you see yourself doing, Arturo, by 2030? Where do you want to be?
We got some plans together, but I would like
Yeah.
to by that
We have a
time.
surprise. We have a surprise for the market this year.
uh, by that time I would like to have like a big team, mortgage, title company, all the industry together.
I love that. The part that I love the most before I bring up our next guest, who is also in a different, arena of our industry. But the part that I love the most is remembering when I was you. In 2000, when I got into real estate and I had no clue what I was going to do. And then in 2002, when I started the first Latin American team in Lee County, I don't know if you guys know this. When I got into real estate, there was only 4 Latino realtors, and I was one of them in the year 2000. But in the end of 2001, I went to my broker and I said, I want to start a team. How do I start a team? And my broker said, a team? What do you know about teams? I said, I don't know, but I saw, a gentleman at the association, and he said he has a team. And if he has a team, I would like to know how I can do a team. And then I remember starting the first Latin American team in Lee County, the Lucy Quiñones and Company team. And then I had to learn how to recruit agents because I had no idea how to recruit agents. And I ended up with 7 agents that I recruited. And then in 2005, I opened up my own Century 21 company, right? And I was the #1 Hispanic real estate office in Lee County. And then I thought I was on top of the world. I thought that I was Lucy Trump. I was it. I had gone to the top. And then in 2008, the market crashed. And I thought I was going to die.
I really believe in the teamwork.
Yes.
I really believe in that.
Yes.
For everything. Everyone has like own life, your own life, your sunshine. Yes. For everyone. So I really believe in that.
Yes. And you know what? Here I am. I'm still in real estate. I don't, I don't do production right now. I do so many other things. But when I see people like yourself, it reminds me of where I come from. And I feel so happy and so proud to be a pioneer in our industry, to help people like Arturo get their license, to now, be part of, 2 professionals like yourself that we are building, a friendship and a partnership together to make a difference in our community. So before I bring up our next guest, which is amazing, she's a phenomenal, business owner and, professional in the industry. What would be the #1 tip you give everybody that is struggling right now in real estate? Arturo, what would be the #1 tip you would tell them? And then Adiel.
I think for me, it's change their mindset and become that person that they want to be. Because if you don't change your mindset every single day, they won't achieve the results that they want. So you got to be that person first. Just start from the easiest way. So on my case, I started from my sphere of influence, doing rentals, vacant land, and now, I'm seeing the results.
Wow. Adiel, what is your number? Oh, did we lose Adiel again? Let's see if Adiel can join us again.
I'm here again.
Okay, Adiel, what is your #1 tip for somebody that is struggling right now in real estate? I don't know if he can hear us. Let's give our premier partners a little shout out real quick while Adiel comes back. We'll take a 60-second break to shout out one of our premier partners, and we will be right back so Adiel can give us his tip.
Hello everyone, my name is Lauren Maxwell and I am with the Maxwell Mortgage Team in the state of Florida for 36 years, and I help people finance the American dream. Let me help you. I look forward to meeting you.
Red Sun Insurance. Dándote el poder de crecer. Red Sun Insurance. RedZoneInsurance.com.
Red Zone Insurance tiene increíbles oportunidades de franquicias y queremos compartirlas contigo. Llama al 305-255-1901 y conocerás el camino a emprender tu propio negocio, tu propia franquicia. 305-255-1901.
Red Zone Insurance. RedZoneInsurance.com.
All right. I think Adiel is still having a little bit of difficulty, but listen, let's go right in. Let's go right in. So Arturo, thank you so much. You're going to stay with us. I think what you said is so powerful. Mindset. I need you at the academy teaching on mindset, because when I tell you that I see all corners of the industry, that's why I do what I do. That's why I'm brand agnostic. That's why, because I understand the struggle. So we've got to help people, right? We've got to help people. We're so blessed that we have to bless other people as well and make a difference. So we're definitely going to invite you to talk about mindset. Adiel, can you hear us now? Can you come in? We need you to close out. Let's bring on Adiel. Okay, Adiel,
Here.
don't move, Adiel.
I'm trying. Don't move.
What is your number one tip for somebody that is struggling in real estate right now, that is ready to throw in the towel and say, forget it, I can't do this?
Everything is in the mind. Discipline, constancy, keep doing every single day.
Everything is in the mind. Oh my God.
Yeah,
That is
everything is here.
so powerful. So powerful. All right, you guys hang tight. I'm going to bring up my next guest because, guys, Southwest Florida is catching on fire and more leaders are rising up. And as a pioneer in the industry, as someone that's been doing this through all corners of the industry, the high, the low, the good, the bad, the ugly, I am so happy to introduce a colleague, a local broker that is leading the way for so many other professionals. So let's hear it for Jannett Mosqueda from the Hustle Bees in Lee County. How are you, Jannett? Welcome. Let's see. I think you're muted.
Oh, thank you, Lucy, for the opportunity. First and foremost, Arturo, Adiel, you guys did an amazing job. Truly, they are an example for us Latinos, and I'm truly inspired by both. Like, they're so hardworking, they're top producers in the area. So I commend you guys. Thank you so much.
So, Jannett, tell us who you are. Tell us what you do. Tell us a little bit about, your trajectory, because, you and I have met each other a couple of years back, and
Yes,
we kind of learned about each other. We come from different angles in the market, right?
correct.
You're ready to take off. I'm doing other things. So tell everybody about you.
Okay, so I started real estate in 2015, obviously. I started with that mindset. I didn't know where I was going to go, obviously, in this career. But, through the years in coaching and mentoring, I remember one of my coaches said, it's like Arturo and Adiel said, it's all in the mindset. And when I had my daughter, everything changed for me to a 180, and I had to do something. So, what more than real estate full time? I felt a passion of serving others, and I honestly think that this is a career where you serve others and help others. I honestly see this like a ministry, to be honest, because I think God
Mm,
gives us a ministry in every
yes.
way and everything we do. So helping others, leading others, it's our little ministry that we just need to cater and take care of. Humbled and honored to be here, and then also humble and honored to give back to the community and help other leaders, because at the end of the day, it's all about helping others grow. It's not about me anymore. And putting our ego to the side has been one of the most, I think, craziest things, because I compare myself as a leader when I started, and it was all about the competition, the ego, and then one day God spoke to me and was like, it's not that anymore. It's not that anymore. It's about providing and giving others, putting him in the center first, and then just taking your faith and leading everything else. It's just, I think, it's the key of being successful, honestly. I think the key of everything is just having God and that faith that you could do anything.
I love that. Well, I want to thank you for accepting my invitation.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
and I know that this was a divine appointment, because that morning I had mentioned to Thalia, my business development director, I said, you know what, I'd love to bring Jannett Mosqueda on Agents in the Trenches. I
Thank
want to
you.
shine the light on those that are making a difference. I want to shine the light on those that are, really putting in the work and representing us,
Thank you.
not just as Latinos, right? Because I'm a proud Latina, but
Right.
as real estate professionals in the industry
Correct.
in a good way. And then, I went to an event. and boom, you sent me an invitation to something very special that you're doing. So tell us about what you're doing with a couple of other
For sure.
colleagues in the area.
Yes. So I always wanted to, I always do my business planning events every year, but this year it was, okay, what can I do different? I don't want to do that normal business plan where we write numbers, our goals, and our sales volume. I honestly, this was God enlightening me. And one day I just sat there and I had a storm of ideas, and I just wrote topics, the most important topics in the industry that realtors struggle in this industry. And I gathered, obviously guest speakers and people that have influenced me and are so savvy in these specific topics. And I just started making phone calls. I'm never gonna forget. And I asked all these guest speakers, and like 100% we're in, and everything just flowed so naturally, that I don't have words to say of how, honored and humble I am for guest speakers and for the intentionality and the value. Because we're going to talk about AI, we're going to talk about social media, we're going to talk about what's going on with the market, the interest rates. We're going to talk about how to double your money and the execution plans, mindset, habits, and routine. It's going to be a business plan
I love
that
it.
we haven't seen in years. So I'm excited.
I love that. And thank you for thinking of me. I'm definitely going to come with my crew,
Yes.
my
Thank you.
Q crew. I want to ask you a
Yes.
question because obviously it's one thing to be a top producer, real
Right.
estate professional, and
Right.
it's a whole other thing to be a real estate broker.
Oh,
They
yeah.
are nothing alike, and it's
No.
funny because a lot of times top producers believe, right? We've believed for many years that because I'm a top producer, that I would make a good broker. And that is not necessarily the case. What do you see is the biggest struggle for brokers right now in our marketplace?
Oh, for the biggest struggle is our ego. We fight with our ego. I think our ego and leaving our ego to the side is what actually right now is lacking. A lot of people are putting the ego first, and it's not about you. It's not about your ego anymore. It's about what you can do to serve others, to help others, and to lead. I think ego is the number one problem right now in our area where we see so many brokers slacking. And honestly, if we start putting ourselves first as leaders and start educating ourselves and mentorship and coaching and bringing the value that we can, it's going to shape the industry. The industry is not like it used to be 20, 30 years ago. Back in the day, we fostered those business relationships.
Hmm.
Everybody's so focused on the noise but not fostering anymore, and it's sad because the whole dynamic has changed, and we have technology and social media that has catched up with us. But I mean, like Buffini said, I love Buffini as a coach, and honestly I follow him as a coach because he's all about fostering relationships. Tom
Uh-huh.
Ferry's awesome, but Tom Ferry is about the market, the
Production.
social
Yeah.
production. So if you combine those both, you'll be ultimately successful. And I honestly think that having those leaders back again, putting that ego to the side and providing the education and value is what's going to shape a lot of real estate brokers nowadays.
What would you
Our
tell a
ego is our
broker?
number one enemy.
Our ego, I always say
It,
this, our ego is not our amigo, for sure.
yes, yes.
Our ego is not our amigo. So, putting our ego aside, what would you think is the number one hindrance that brokers are having in building those relationships, even with their agents?
Um, I think it's catching up to technology, honestly. When you're a broker, you have to be very innovative. You have to, like, what worked years ago, it's not working now, and trying to innovate and foster that innovation and then the collaboration. If you don't collaborate, we can't do this alone. You need a backbone. You need a team that believe in the same vision, that believe in the same dream, that are going to be successful, to be able to make it. And one of the misinterpretations in this industry is that everybody thinks you're going to be able to make it alone, and it doesn't work like that.
Mm-hmm.
You need a support system. You need a team, whether it's your mentor, whether it's your coach, whether it's your business partner. But you need an accountability partner,
Yes.
someone that says, "I got you," and then you got them.
Right.
And if not, then it could get tough. It could get tough. I honestly think that innovating and going with
Mm-hmm.
the trends, and then also going with the market and that business relationship is what's gonna help other brokerages. Honestly, innovation right now.
Yes. I can definitely tell you that business is not what it used to be in the last 10 years. You know,
No,
you got into real estate 10 years ago. Our other guests, Arturo and Adiel, have been in the industry for the last 3 years. And I am a firm believer that we are in a new era of business.
we
What
are.
you we are in a new era of business. I'm seeing it from my perspective as someone that's been doing this for so many years, and I'm right in the middle of being part of the, pioneering generation, but also the future generation. What do you see happening in the next 3 to 5 years?
With real estate itself, honestly,
In general, yeah,
in
whatever you want to
general,
share.
I honestly think that I see more leaders standing up. I honestly see amazing brokers and leaders. I see a different culture of brokerages opening up. I see more boutique brokerages standing up, because we need to foster those relationships. Those one-on-one education classes or courses always work. I just see more boutique brokerages being the new thing. That's what I honestly think. It's going to be those small boutique brokerages. It's going to be quality versus quantity. That's what I see happening in the next 3 to 5 years, and
I
nationwide.
love it.
So I see that.
I love it. Well, I definitely am so happy that you joined us here on Agents in the Trenches. This
Thank you.
stays on for everyone to see. I mean,
Thank
now,
you.
later, forever. And I always like sharing the spotlight. I think that you're absolutely right. Our ego is our worst enemy. Our ego is not our amigo. And the other thing that you said that's so powerful is, we need to be we need to be the kind of people that unite and build community, build common unity.
That's
We need
true.
to be the pinnacle of unity and not division, because it's not possible to do it by yourself.
It's
There's
not.
power in numbers, there's power in collaboration, there's power in
True.
contribution.
It's true.
I'm a firm believer. That's what I do. That's why I do what I do the way I do it, right?
I agree.
Without expecting anything in return. Is there any last thing you want to share with the market before we close this session out?
I am actually excited for 2026. I think it's going to be very promising. I think we already went through the storm. Now we're going to have a calm. I'm excited. I see a lot of things happening. I see more buyers picking up finally. I see the market picking up. I honestly tell my buyers to buy now, because it's going to definitely take a shift. It's just a matter of time. And remember, this is a market of opportunities. So if you don't be wise right now and don't,
Yes.
catch that opportunity right now that you can, it's going to get tougher later down the line.
Yes, it is. I agree. Let's bring Arturo and Adiel back. I want to have the three of you here with me together. Southwest Florida,
Guys,
nationwide, worldwide, you're looking at some amazing real estate professionals, leaders in what they're doing. Adiel, I love the fact that you have that vision to
oh
create
yeah,
something with top producers. That is
yes,
amazing. I love it. I'm here to support you every
Thank you.
step of the way. I love that Arturo, is focused on that mindset and really
I love it.
building that bigger future through this wonderful vehicle. The vehicle of real estate changed my life. I would
I
not be the
agree.
human that I am. And Jeanette, I'm happy. I'm happy to see you leading the way,
Thank
bringing
you.
other
Appreciate
leaders
it.
together,
Appreciate
creating
it.
your events. Let's close this out. Adiel, what do you want to say? Then Arturo, and then we'll close out with Jeanette. What do you want to say to close?
Um, I want to say thank you, Lucy. I want to say thank you, Jannett. I was the opportunity to talk with Jannett the last Saturday. I was amazing.
Thank
It's
you.
it's crazy. Like one person with a simple phrase uh, can to change your mind. Thank you,
Thank
Jannett.
you. You're
Arturo,
welcome.
thank you, man. We are create something. Actually,
I'm excited.
it's my first podcast in English. I don't speak any Spanish here, so I like that.
Eso.
I'm excited. That you did
Yeah,
amazing.
was
You did
a prize for
phenomenal.
me for, but not anymore prize.
That's awesome.
Yes, I
Yes.
love it. I'm proud of you, Adiel. I'm proud of you,
Thank
and
you.
that you are a role model. You're an example to be followed. Eres un ejemplo a seguir. So I'm so
Thank you.
proud of you. Thank you for your courage to say yes to the podcast and do it in English.
Thank you. Thank you to
Arturo,
you.
what do you want to say?
thanks to you guys for being part of of my life, for being there. This is the nicest part of the business. This is a relation business over everything. So I'm happy. 2026 is gonna be a great year for everybody. Go
Yes.
for the opportunity. Don't chase the money. Chase the relations. Build the
Right.
I
relations,
love
and
it.
you will be successful.
Yes, yes. Jannett,
That's
take us
awesome.
away.
Oh my goodness. Well, Adiel, I'm proud of you. Arturo, you guys got out of your comfort zone. That is amazing. That is just the beginning of the big things that you guys are going to do in your life. Be proud of yourselves because I'm extremely proud. I'm honored to be in this room with you. Thank you, Lucy, for the opportunity. Thank you for Talia. She's in the back end, but thank you for putting this together and thinking about the community. Thank you as well for giving me the chance to speaking about the business plan event. I commend you guys. 2026 is going to be successful and we're going to do a lot of big things together. So, amen for
Thank you,
that.
Yanai, for inviting me. I'm gonna try to be there on Friday.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Me
We're all
too.
gonna be there. We're gonna be
Yes,
there
yes.
Friday.
Thank you
And
guys.
and he and here's what I want to say to you guys who are now the leaders of the future of real estate. We have a responsibility. We have a responsibility to not only build financial legacy for our family, but we have a responsibility to be the best version of ourselves so that
Correct.
as we continue to prosper and we continue to succeed and we continue to, reach these amazing heights that God gives us the ability to do, and that we, with our sacrifice and our blood and our sweat and our tears, can accomplish, we have a responsibility to never forget that there's other people that are struggling, that there's other people that need
Sure.
an encouragement, that there's other people that need a hand, that there's other people that need someone to come back for them. I'm
Correct.
telling you from firsthand experience, I have been at the top of my career. I have reached the summit, the top of what I ever dreamt I could do. But then when I got there, I realized that we have a responsibility not only to get to the top, but to bring other people with us, to be
Correct.
history makers. None of us are going to leave with our titles and our money and all our material, rewards from working hard. None of us are going to leave this world with all the things that we could accumulate. And for me, the most important thing is the legacy that we leave behind, the people's hearts that we touch. So never change those beautiful hearts that you guys have,
Amen.
and continue shining and continue being the best version of yourself. And I wish you guys nothing but the best. And I'm here
Thank
for
you.
you, whatever you guys may
Thank
need.
you.
So
Thank
thank you
you.
for joining me on Agents in the Trenches today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lucy.
Thank you, Lucy.
All right. And I'll see you guys Friday. Guys,
Sure.
thank you for
See
watching
you.
this episode of Agents in the Trenches. The best is yet to come. 2026 is the year of
Yes.
defining who we really are, spreading our wings, and flying higher than we've ever flown before. So, till next time, my friends, God bless.
Bye. God
God bless.
bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lauren Maxwell, and I am with the Maxwell Mortgage Team in the state of Florida for 36 years, and I help people finance the American dream. Let me help you. I look forward to meeting you.
Red Sun Insurance. Dándote el poder de crecer. Red Sun Insurance. RedZoneInsurance.com.
Red Zone Insurance tiene increíbles oportunidades de franquicias y queremos compartirlas contigo. Llama al 305-255-1901 y conocerás el camino a emprender tu propio negocio, tu propia franquicia. 305-255-1901.
Red Sun Insurance.